everyone, it's Heather Marie with Heather Marie Speaks on the mic with Mike on WJFN Radio 100.5, 92.7, and 820 AM. Thank you so much for joining me today. It is Thursday and today is Thanksgiving. Obviously, I've pre-recorded this because I'm spending Thursday this Thanksgiving with my family as well. But I wanted to give you guys a special time today to be able to meet with you and still bring you this encouragement and mental health awareness that's so important for all of us in this day and age. I was recently asked why I talk about mental health awareness, and my answer to them was everyone deals with mental health. We all do. It doesn't matter what industry you're in, what you do for a living, whether you're male, female, a child, a senior, we all deal with mental health. Mental health is what goes on inside of us. It's not the outside perspective of what we're dealing with. It's really, truly what's going on inside of us. How we're feeling, what we're thinking, what we're responding to, how we're coping. But mental health has many different layers. It's so important to me to share about mental health because I've struggled with it in my life. My family has dealt with depression for many generations, and we've unfortunately lost family members to suicide. As a survivor of domestic violence, I have dealt personally with depression and with anxiety. I know all too well what that feels like. I am also a single parent of 3 teenagers. I have a son who's in college, and I have 2 daughters that are in high school. They have come to me to talk to me about their mental health, whether it's been anxiety or depression, the struggles they have in school. So I've spoken to people of all different ages. Certainly doesn't make me perfect, but allows me to be able to listen to people's struggles, hear what they're going through, and help them overcome it. So it's my mission and passion in my life to be able to talk to people, to have conversations with people about how they're feeling, to talk through things with people. I've just personally experienced it in my own life, in family members' lives, and in friends' lives where I've been able to just sit and talk with them. I try to be a generous listener because that's something that's the greatest gift you can give to somebody. But maybe you're out there and you're struggling with something internally. Maybe you're feeling a certain way. If you're struggling with any kind of depression or anxiety or maybe anger or fear or sadness, those are all normal emotions. And that's also considered mental health. What we're feeling on the inside is something that we're struggling with or dealing with is mental. And that has to do with our emotions. The many different layers that mental health has is through depression, anger, anxiety, sadness, stress. It can go into more extreme measures of mental health. Some people struggle with mental illness. That can be bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, personality disorder, addictions. Addictions is now considered a brain disorder. It's something that requires either medical attention or sometimes medicine. And I don't ever shame anyone if you have to take medicine. If you had a broken leg, you would go to the doctor. If you have diabetes, you would take insulin. If you have a headache, you would take medicine to help it go away, or you would eat something that would be a known substance to help you get rid of that headache. You have to have things in your life sometimes that help to take away pain, that help to heal the pain, and that help to make you feel whole. And it's okay. I try to encourage people, you don't have to have shame from it. We want to remove the stigma and talk more about mental health so that you can feel good on the inside and look good on the outside. But you don't have to struggle with it alone. So often there are people that try to put up a front and pretend like everything's okay, and really they're having this internal battle inside and they're struggling. Oftentimes that struggle will cause people to cope in unhealthy ways. They'll reach for substances or even relationships that are not good for them, but they're familiar and they try to fill a void. My hope is to be able to communicate to people so that they can address those things that they're trying to cope with in unhealthy ways, the things that they're trying to fill those voids with, so that they can get whole and healed and feel healthy and balanced on the inside and the outside, so that they're no longer coping in unhealthy ways, but they're recognizing those triggers of, hey, something's wrong, I don't feel well, I'm starting to reach towards something that I know is not going to give me a full, satisfied result. It's only a temporary fix. So let me address what's going on. If I start to feel depressed, if I start to feel anxious, let me press pause and know that I can either go speak to somebody and say I'm not feeling well, or know that I need to just take a moment for self-care. Self-care is so important to make sure that you're taking care of your mind, body, and soul so that you do feel balanced. I want to be able to help those people, whether you are just an everyday person that's living your life, whether you're a celebrity, whether you're a doctor or a nurse. Again, we all deal with that. And so instead of hiding it, I want to bring it out to the forefront. I want people to be able to talk about it more. I want people to be able to reach out and ask me questions. I've tried to research as much as I can. Again, I do not have a PhD on this, but I just have a gifting of being able to speak. I tell people, Speaks is not my last name. It's just what I do. So if I'm able to help you, then I'm able to at least help one person out there that needs to have someone that understands how they're feeling. So today I wanted to talk about, since it's Thanksgiving, being thankful for things. Sometimes it's easy to be able to think about what's going on wrong. 2020 has given us a huge list of things, all the things that could go wrong in life, all the unexpected, this new normal. It's caused a lot of stress. And you know what? We don't have to live that way. We can always look back and see something positive. One thing that would be positive is that you're listening to me today. You can hear, you can see, you can breathe. There are things to be thankful for that maybe somebody else doesn't have that ability. I met with a man this week named Mike Lee, who's an amazing person. He's gone through a lot of struggles. He's lost his sight. One day he woke up and he was in the dark. Can you imagine not having that sight? It could make someone feel really down. But he was able to get the help he needed to encourage himself and realize that he's been given a different purpose than he initially thought he had. So often we can go through things in life and there's a negative twist on it. But if you look at it in a positive way, maybe it's not something that you expected, maybe it's not something that you thought you'd be dealt with, but here it is. What are you going to do with it? When we're handed things in life that are unexpected, that are uncertain, like 2020, what are we going to do with it? We can acknowledge it. We can figure out, what can I do with this to turn it into something positive? And then we can get creative to turn it into something positive for our future. So today is Thanksgiving, being thankful for something. What can we look back in 2020? I saw something the other day that said hindsight is 2020. Is that ever a play on words for this year? Looking back at 2020 and seeing the different things, maybe obstacles that you've had to go through, maybe hurdles that you've had to jump over. Maybe there was a lot of bad, but there's probably something really good that happened for you this year. You just have to search for it. And oftentimes in our lives, we go through hard times. The hard part is not going to cope in a negative direction. So again, Thanksgiving, sometimes people don't have family to be with. Maybe you have a really dysfunctional family and it's hard to be able to spend time with people that are not healthy. And those people can be family members sometimes. Let's just talk truth. We'll talk the facts. Sometimes you have a really dysfunctional family. And it doesn't make you bad. It doesn't make them bad. It just means that there's something that's out of balance. So often, if we're out of balance, we will cope in unhealthy ways. We will treat people in bad ways. Take, for instance, my abusive relationships. People that were struggling with something that they didn't take care of. Unattended mental illness, maybe some anger, maybe some addictions. Sometimes when people are dealing with addictions, whether you're an alcoholic or you have a drug addiction, you're coping in unhealthy ways and then you're responding in unhealthy ways. But when you capture those things that are not good and you get the help that you need to overcome them, then you can be healthy and you can then be in healthy relationships. So oftentimes people are driving around, and I tell people this analogy, they've got a big garbage truck and they're full of all of these pieces of garbage, if you will. The garbage would be a negative attitude, maybe an addiction, maybe depression, maybe anxiety, anger, all of these things that come with mental health. That's all the stuff that's garbage that's in the truck. And instead of getting them fixed or getting them dealt with or talking about them or dumping them, which is writing it down or releasing it by talking to someone in the dump area, not on someone else, instead of doing the right thing and dumping it where it's supposed to go, they're dumping it on other people. They're taking it out on other people. That comes with abuse. The child abuse and domestic abuse rates have really spiked lately. And another reason why I really want to talk and speak up is to be able to give people the resources they need, whether it's the abuser that, hey, something's wrong. You should not be treating people like this. Let's get the help you need so that you're not treating and abusing people in a wrong way. Or it's the person that's being abused. Hey, you're settling for way less than you deserve, and maybe they won't get the help that they need, but you can get the help that you need. So my encouragement is to be able to help anyone and everyone that's willing to listen, that wants to change. And in order to do that, you have to have a reason. So today, think about a reason, whether you're wanting to quit an addiction that you've got. It could be smoking. Smoking's not good for you. It could be drug addiction, maybe opioids, maybe eating. There are things that are not in balance in your life. And today, Thanksgiving, yes, we all enjoy a really great meal, but on a regular basis, you don't want to have things that are out of balance like that. So what can you do to change that? Well, you need to create a better habit. And in order to do that, you've got to reprogram your brain. Well, what's going to give you the initiative to do that? Find that reason. Maybe that reason is to be able to have healthier relationships. Maybe that reason is for you to live longer so that you're taking care of your body. But ultimately, that reason needs to be for you, and it needs to matter enough, because that's what's going to drive you to do the change that you need to do to be a better you. So if there's resources that I can give you, please reach out. info@heathermariespeaks.com is my email address. Please find me on Instagram and on social media, Facebook. I'm at Heather_Marie_speaks. I'd love for you to follow me, follow the different community spotlights that I'm doing in the area, follow the different encouragement that I'm posting. My social media platform is a plethora of things. My full name is Heather Marie Van Cleve, and I joke and tell people that it's kind of like the Von Trapp family, only a little bit more dysfunctional. I have a wonderful family, so I always joke about that, but I do have a wonderful blended family. I come from a family of actors that were on Broadway. We all either sing, play an instrument, act, I speak. We have preachers in our family. We have all kinds of different people that do things to entertain or to be able to give back and make a difference in the world. And so what you're gonna see on my platform is that. I show you exactly who I am. Just behind camera is who I am at home. I love to be able to help people. I love to be able to fill in the gaps. For the last 3 years, I've been able to be a part of a nonprofit in the area. I've also been able to sing. I've been able to do all kinds of different things to be able to use my gifts and talents to help bless other people. What do you do? I wanna know who you are. I've met some great people in the area through social media and been able to spotlight them. Do you know somebody in the area that would be a great spotlight feature? Somebody that's shining a light that you just want to help them shine a little bit brighter? When we help each other and collaborate, we're able to both be blessed. We're able to both rise, and then we all can live our best life. I encourage people not to compete. You have got your own purpose. You've got your own mission in life that no one else can take your destiny away. But when we start to get outside of our lane and look at what they're doing or look at what they're doing instead of what we're doing and focusing on our ultimate destiny, our ultimate purpose, then we lose focus. So if you're not feeling the greatest today, take a moment to pause. Write down what it is that you're not feeling good about. Is it something physical? Is it something mental? Is it something emotional or spiritual? Do you have the ability to change it yourself? If you do, give yourself the reason to want to feel better. Remind yourself how important and how special you are. Look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you are worthy of change. If it's something that you don't have the ability to change on your own, maybe you need an accountability partner. Maybe you need the help from someone else that's a professional. Reach out. I'll be happy to give you the resources. So stay the course, stay on track, make sure that you're taking care of yourself. I'm here to help you. I want to be able to be that voice that says, it's okay. You don't have to struggle with this alone. I'm listening to you and I'd love to talk with you. So reach out, info@heathermariespeaks.com. Visit me on my website at heathermariespeaks.com and follow me on social media, Heather_Marie_speaks on Instagram and the Heather Marie Speaks page on Facebook. We all have to learn at some point in our life to get comfortable with ourselves, to learn how to love ourselves. Mind, body, and soul, it's so important to be balanced, and I'm here to help you. I hope you guys all have a fantastic Thanksgiving. Even if you're alone, make sure you enjoy the day. Spend time getting to know who you are. Spend time with your family, but make sure ultimately at the end of the day, you are enjoying your time with you. You have to love yourself before you can fully love anyone else. And when you become whole, anyone else that comes into your life is just a bonus. So until next time, join me every Thursday from 2 to 2:30. Heather Marie Speaks on the Mic with Mike on WJFN Radio. I hope you guys have a great week. And until next time, I'll talk to you soon.